Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Asị m ka ụbọchị nke taa mana n'ala Igbo na mma. Anyị sịkwa ka nke echiri ya zelu. Ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ achọ ka eme ka unu mana na ya bụ Eastern News 24 bụ ebe anyị si na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasara maka ya bụ ife na-ada na-akpọtụ n'obodo nọ n'ime ya and nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ. Ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-agafete na YouTube channel anyị, biko na-anya n'ebe ya dị subscribe and share. Turn on the notification ebe ya say bell, metụ ya aka. This is kelapụ ị na-emiss any of our update dịka anyị na-etinye n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Dịka o si dị, wee Biafra Prime Minister unveil esi ka tinyelu unu n'iru akwụkwọ gbasara maka Israeli freedom fighter pattern. The pattern ndị Israeli ji eweta their liberation. Ofu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwu maka Maazị Simon Ekpa kwu maka ya, sorry. And then ọ sịkwa na ọ ga-eme ya apply to the Biafran struggle. So get ife ị ga-ese tinyere ya alọ n'ife iche gbasara maka ihe ndị a niile and the strategy wepụta. All right, over to you, sir.
All over the world, just like we are facing it today in Nigeria, and solution has come through the government of Biafra. And let me also inform you that before the declaration of independent state of Israel, there was declaration draft 1, declaration draft 2, and then declaration draft 3. They have the first draft, the second draft, the third draft. I want you to understand that Biafra today, we have already the first draft and we are already in the second draft. We are not necessarily going to go to the third draft and like they did, but I'm just telling you the multidimensional approach. Remember that a few days ago, I have used Finland and I have compared what Finland did and what Biafra are doing. Now I'm using Israel for you to understand that we have captured everything and it is woto. Israel had their first declaration draft. That first declaration draft was done by somebody called Berenson, Zvi Berenson, or V Berenson. One person drafted it, the declaration. The second draft was done by about 5 men. 5 men drafted the second draft of the declaration of the state of Israel. The third draft was done by 4 men. I am telling you, after that, the declaration follows, which were signed by 38 persons. Now, drafting the text, the first draft of the declaration was made by this Berenson, the legal advisor of the trade union, and later a justice of the Supreme Court, at the request of Pinchas Rosen. A revised second draft of the declaration was made by 3 lawyers, Abraham, and of course, another one, David Rames. Meeting, which include David and many others, produce the final text. Today, Biafra government have what we call the Declaration Drafting Committee. Declaration Drafting Committee, headed by Dr. Bryson Okoma. Exactly the same thing. Now, you are seeing similarity in the state, in the pathway for this freedom and independent state of Israel. You have also seen similarity and the pathway to the declaration of the independent state of Finland. You are also going to see another similarity from another country when I'm going to mention them. This is to tell you, and when you look at this pathway, they are not the same. The Finland pathway to freedom and Israel pathway to freedom is not the same. But what we are doing has similarity with Israel, with Finland. And there are many more which I'm going to tell you. What I'm using is called the multidimensional approach. Nigeria can never ever escape that. So we will make sure that if this fail, the other one will not fail. And if this one fail, the other one will not fail. And that's exactly what we are doing, because Nigeria is a complex country. Because of the vested interest of the world powers, it needed a very complex solution. And we found it. We found it. We have solved the mathematics and they found X. And they don't even know that mathematics is cooling in our fridge. So what we do is we are going one after the other to take the solution, the equation, what we use to solve this mathematics and apply it to our everyday activities in the liberation of Biafra. Now, I want you also to understand that the vote of the 12th May 1945 was convened to vote on the Declaration of Independence. 3 of 13 members were absent. They had 13 members to vote, and 3 of these 13 members, they were absent, and some of them were being blocked in besieged Jerusalem. The difference today is that we are not only in exile, we are also in the homeland. We have those, so when they tell you you are in exile, laugh at them. We have government in the homeland called the Biafra de facto government. When they mock you that, oh, these people are doing, of course, they are no longer laughing. That's why you see the increase of attack and propaganda against us, which I warned Biafrans a few days ago. I said, there's going to be an increased propaganda in Nigerian media. Don't fall for it. And that's, you see what's happening now, because they have come to realize that it's like these people are not joking. It's like these people are getting attention even in the United States. It's like these people are having, higher level meeting with the United States Congress, United States government officials and all that. This is no longer something that we should ignore. That's what you see happening on social media. Don't be distracted. I am not distracted. Actually, the more this propaganda comes, the more I get energy. So it is what is giving me energy is their propaganda. And once that propaganda stops coming, I will manufacture something that will make them to start talking. So what am I saying? The meeting started at about 13:45 in the afternoon and ended midnight. Decision to declare the independent state of Israel. Now, the decision was between accepting the American proposal for truce, which means at this point, there was already Idoakanonu. There was already fighting between Israel and whoever that hates them. And America was pressuring Israel for truce, while Israel is contemplating declaring their independence or accepting the pressure coming from America for a truce. And if they had accepted America for a truce, Israel will not be an independent state today. I want you to listen attentively. America was telling Israel, making a proposal for a truce. Israel was discussing between declaring their independence or listening to America. So they decided not to listen to America. The latter option was put to a vote with 6 of the 10 members present supporting it. So out of the 13 persons that should be voting, 3 was absent. Out of that 3 that was absent, it remained only 10%. So now that 10% now decided to vote whether to declare Israel as a state, independent state, or to agree on America proposal for a truce. So they put it to vote. Now, 6% voted to declare independence of Israel. 4% voted not to declare, to follow America. Are you listening to me? How many? 4 versus 6, only 2% made the difference. What you see Israel become today. So when you are talking about Biafra, or people are telling you don't do this, don't listen to them. 1 person can make a difference. 1%. Now, I am telling you this history so that you will now compare what we are doing, where we are today, just within 2 years. And you see that what we are doing is divine. When God said the time has come, even if you call Simon Ekpa a witch, the witch will possess me and deal with you. And I will accept the witch to possess me. Some of them say I'm a witch. I agree. And I accept it. And you know what witch can do. Now, 6% voted for the declaration. 4% voted against it. And their names are there for everybody in Israel to see who were against the declaration and who actually voted for it. So which of the side of history are you supporting today? Which side of the history? Are you for Biafra or are you against for Biafra? Are we going to remember you as those who fought Simon Ekpa? At the end of the day, when you see 24-hour electricity, we will be looking at your name somewhere in the history book. Which side of the history are you going to be part of? Are you going to be part of those that their names will be written and their signature will be on the Declaration of Biafra document in Finland, 2024? Because this history we are doing from 2023 Biafra Convention, first ever, they never believed that actually you can have convention in exile. We did it. They didn't believe. They say you're paying money to come to Finland. You came to Finland. We had many declarations, including the Helsinki Declaration document, which is the Biafra Charter. We had the Helsinki Ambazonia Declaration, which is the alliance between Biafra and Amazonia. All those things are going to come later on in the history book. And people are going to study how we outsmarted the most ruthless and the terrorist country in Africa. Now, those who voted for the Declaration of Independence of Israel, now, after that, they now went into final wording of the declaration. The draft text was submitted for approval to the meeting of the Motez Ham in Tel Aviv on 14th May. The meeting started again around 1:50 in the afternoon and ended 3 o'clock, an hour before the declaration was due to be made. Despite ongoing disagreement, members of the council anonymously voted in favor of the final text of the declaration. During the process, there were two major debates countering on issues of border and religion. I want you to understand that the state of Israel, when they were debating about their border and religion, they decided to omit anything border. Do you understand? Israel declaration did not have a border. They don't know the map of Israel, of the state of Israel. But Biafra today, we have our map defined. Subject to whoever that want to dispute it, subject to the most widely accepted democratic system, which is referendum, which we have already conducted. So today, Biafra has a map, Biafra has state structure, Biafra has every government institution put in place. But Israel declaration don't have a map. Israel don't have a map. And they decided to declare independent without map. And they said the UN can now decide what the map will be. I am telling you, this is something that you need to understand how freedom is being fought. You don't allow people to ride you. The borders were not specified in the declaration, although its 14th paragraph indicated a willingness to cooperate in the implementation of the UN partition plan. The original draft have declared that the borders will be decided by the United Nations partition plan. While it was supported by some people, it was opposed by another and some other people within the Israel cabinet there. We accepted the UN resolution, but the Arab did not. They are preparing to make a war on us if we defeat them and capture Western Galilee and territory on both sides of the road of Jerusalem. This area will become part of the state. Are you listening? So many things were not defined by the state of Israel during their declaration. Today, we have met every requirement. We have done more than any country in the world before or pre-declaration period. We have met the statehood. We have met the categories to be recognized according to the Montevideo Convention on Statehood. We've overqualified. We have built our own defense forces. We have our own liberation army. We have state to state, 40 states of the United States of Biafra. We have administrators, state executive council running each state. We have also developed the state structure as we are adopting the confederating state of Biafra, and it's going to be a confederation state. So everybody should understand that do not listen to what Nigeria is trying to sell to you, that it is undoable. Do not listen when they say, oh, they are just in exile. We are not in exile. We control them. We control the territory of Biafra. We are not in exile. We are also in the homeland, controlling our territory, making sure that we delegitimize Nigeria as fast as possible. Today, nobody will carry gun and walk freely under Nigeria. You will be gunned down. And if you succeed, even if you are walking, carrying gun as a Nigeria, you will be looking left and right. You're not going to have peace. I will never give them peace until they withdraw from our land. Our main objective and aim today is to make sure that Nigeria withdraw their terrorists they call army, the terrorists they call police, the terrorists they call air force that are coming to bombard innocent people in Biafra land. That is our target. And this target must be met. After December, we must make sure that we have nothing else to do other than neutralizing the presence of Nigeria in our land, including attacking the presence, their offices, because this is where they stay and plan and execute the attack on Biafra people, the terrorism against us, against our women and children. Those offices, barracks, must not be allowed to stay under Nigeria in Biafra territory. And that's the next thing we are going. So 2nd of December is a day that the beginning of the end of Nigeria within our territory will start. My people, do not allow anybody to dictate to you that what we are doing now have not been done before. We don't need them to have been done before. We develop the system that works for us. We develop the way we are going to live Nigeria. And it is only us that this particular system and approach is going to work for. Nobody else. Because nobody else have been subjected to the manner of system that we have subjected to in Nigeria. My brothers and sisters of Biafra, rejoice! The days ahead will be light, and Nigeria will know that those people they killed in the 60s have possessed all of us. And when we don't have answers to many questions, they give the answers to us. That's why they can never understand what is happening until the end of this road. I am standing very strong, and the Biafra will be declared in this country, and we are going to defend it with our guns. We are going to defend it with our men that are very gallantly waiting for a day that the show will begin. I welcome you in Australia. Those of you listening to me in Australia, remember the most important thing we have now is the support from the IOU, from the fundraising, until those people who are hiding somewhere thinking that we are joking will understand that this is not actually a joke. It needed to come out to do more than the Israel did. And in the next 10 years, those who
and by ekelekwen m ụlọ ọzọ ọ na-anụgo ya bụ ife Biafran prime minister kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ. Ya bụ ife bụkwa ife jupụtara m anya nsị ọzọ dị ka ibe ya bụ ka ekesifu ya bụ ife and ka ife iche n'ụdị nke gị gbasara maka ihe ndị a niile Biafran prime minister kwuru n'elu akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Kabarụ ka ịsọskraịbụ tọnụkwa ọnụ notifikeshọn ebe ya esi ebel na-emetụ na ya aka na ọ dị nnukwu mkpa maka gịnị ka ịlapụ ime isi enye for update dịka anyị na-adrọp ya n'iru akwụkwọ dịka anyị si kwuo n'ụkwa na gị na-ewetara nderi update n'iru akwụkwọ bụ gbasara maka ihe na-eme n'obodo and nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azụ. Dịka ị ga-esi ya bụ ife Biafran prime minister kwuru tinyere anyị alụ nke gị ife iche n'iru akwụkwọ. Alright, ka ọ dị na ụmụnne m ka emesịa n'ụmụ Igbo.